Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo is a 1977 film and the third of a series of films made by Walt Disney Productions starring Herbie, the white 1963 Volkswagen racing Beetle with a mind of its own. Plot: the film stars Dean Jones as returning champion race car driver Jim Douglas, joined by his somewhat cynical and eccentric riding mechanic Wheelie Applegate. Together with Herbie, the Love Bug, a 1963 Volkswagen Beetle, they are participating in the fictional Trans-France race, from Paris, France, to Monte Carlo, Monaco. According to dialogue, they hope to stage a racing comeback in the event. For the Trans-France race, Douglas and Herbie have three major opponents. Bruno von Stickel. He is a dark-haired, mustached German driver with experience in the European racing circuit. His car was a powerful Porsche 917 clone painted in the colors of the German national flag, and bearing the number 17. In fact, as referred in the movie, the kit car he drives is a Laser 917 with numerous components including the engine and chassis from the Beetle. Von Stickel is deemed to be a formidable contender prior to and during the race. Claude Gilbert. Claude is a blonde-haired, and, like von Stickel, mustached, French driver of unknown discipline, although it would seem likely that he was also a regular on the European racing circuit. Gilbert, known for wearing a full-faced crash helmet, was the driver of an equally power-hungry De Tomaso Pantera. Gilbert's car is black with white stripes and a number 66 on the hood and the sides. His dominance in the race seemed similar to that of von Stickel, until he crashed in the later stages. Diane Darcy. Diane Darcy is a very beautiful, if somewhat icy and feminist-minded, young American woman with strawberry blonde hair, and is the only female driver in the Trans-France race. She initially hates Jim for apparently his, but what was actually Herbie's, knee-jerk behavior that ruined her chances of succeeding during the first qualifying rounds. This was because of Herbie sighting and falling in love at first sight with her race car. Diane's car is a powder blue 1976 Lancia Scorpion with yellow and white stripes, as well as a fancy dark blue or black numeral 7. As being a car with whom Herbie falls in love during the film, Herbie's infatuation with Diane's Lancia results in his compromising his full original plan of winning the Trans-France race, and turning against that same will of his partners, Jim and Wheelie. However, the strong-willed Diane does not appear to believe in any cars that can be alive and have a mind of their own, thinking this was merely an excuse for what she believed as an act of possible misogyny or sexism from Jim. To this extent, she bluntly but sarcastically tells Jim that she would like nothing more than to see him and his car completely vanish. Along with being the lone female driver in the race, she is ostensibly a rookie. Although her level of racing experience is never discussed in the movie, relatively little was seen of Diane's performance in the Trans-France race itself. Although she was never passed over by the Herbie team and was in the lead when she had to leave the race, Diane and her Lancia unfortunately crash into a lake towards the end of the race, and with victory in sight. But Herbie and Jim managed to save both car and woman from drowning. Because of this, she soon changes her attitude toward Jim after he saves her life and she witnesses Herbie towing her Lancia out of the lake. All three watch as Herbie crawls next to the Lancia and the two cars hold doors like holding hands. When Herbie seems to have trouble restarting because of being determined to stay with the Lancia, Diane is now fully convinced that cars can have minds of their own because she now knows her own car is alive as well. She encourages the little car not to relent in the quest for victory in the Trans-France race, and bids Jim good luck with a light kiss on one cheek. With Diane now out of the race, Jim pursues von Stickel through the streets of Monte Carlo, combatants in a thrilling duel for the win. In the end, though, Bruno von Stickel is overtaken by the little car in the famous tunnel of the Formula One racetrack. Herbie outracing him by outsmarting him through driving upside down on the tunnel roof. Jim drives Herbie to victory for the 20th time in their careers. As the film progresses, two thieves, Max and Quincy, steal the famous Etoile de Joie diamond and cleverly hide it in Herbie's fuel tank in order to avoid being captured by a swarm of searching policemen. But little did they know that they picked the wrong car to hide it in, because of one car that was alive and had a mind of its own. That causes them to blow every chance they get in getting back the diamond they hid in him. Because of this, and on account of an attempt where they at one point tried to threaten Jim and Wheelie at gunpoint to relinquish the car to them, an encounter from which Herbie managed to escape, and thanks to a misunderstood conclusion thereafter that Diane would have tried to mastermind the whole event. Subsequently, Herbie is placed under the protection of the French police. It is also revealed not too far in that Inspector Boucher, also known as Double X, especially as a code name to the thieves, is the mastermind behind the museum robbery, though the fact of his scheme is revealed near the end of the movie. It is the eager, and somewhat knee-jerk and unpunctual young detective Fontenoy, of whom the inspector is the superior officer, who unravels the mystery of L'Etoile de Joie, and has Boucher clapped in handcuffs. All the way through the plot, Inspector Boucher appears to have an annoyance and sour attitude towards Detective Fontenoy. The reasons are never plain, but some of them could be due to things that the inspector tells the head official of Monaco about the detective when he tries to persuade him to cancel out a diamond search that the detective ordered for. In the end, Jim and Diane begin to fall in love, as do Wheelie and the Monte Carlo trophy girl, even breaking a pact they made in the beginning. Most of all, Herbie and Giselle fall in love again as well. Cast: * not credited on screen. Trans France race cars. A large number of exotic European sports cars of the period were featured in this film. Volkswagen Beetle. White, red and blue stripes on hood, black number 53 in circle. Lancia Scorpion. Powder blue, yellow and white stripes, dark blue or black number 7 Laser 917 GT Coupe. Red, black and yellow stripes, yellow number 17 on black square background de Tommaso Pantera. Black, white stripes, black number 66 on white circle Alpine A310. White, red stripes and lower body, SO and Aceptogil decals, black number 2 Ferrari 365 GTC, 4. Silver, black number 22 Ferrari Daytona. Red yellow stripes, black number 44 on yellow circle BMW 3.0 CSIE 9. Powder blue, white, Elf Petroleum decals, black number 8 in oval Chevrolet Corvair. White, dark blue stripes, black number 33 Datsun 240Z. White, black arrow on hood, red and yellow trim, black number 35 Fiat Dino Coupe. Red, black number 5 Lancia Fulvia Zagato. Red, black number 16 in white circle Porsche 911. Dark green, black number 91 on yellow square de Tommaso Pantera. Red, black number 30 on white square Porsche 356 Cabriolet. Orange black roll cage, red trim, red number 54 de Tommaso Pantera. Brown, white number 11 Maserati Indy. Dark blue, black number 70 on off-white square Lancia Stratos Stradale. Black, yellow wheels, squally diffuse decals on hood, white number 34 Lancia Stratos. Red, white trim, gold wheels, white stripes, black number 4 in white circle Porsche 911. White, blue trim, yellow number 190 in blue square BMW 2002T. White, red trim, black number 120 Porsche 911. Yellow, black number 99 de Tommaso Pantera. Green, yellow trim on front fenders, black number 10 in white square Lotus Elan S3. Gold, black roof, black number 118 Triumph GT6. Dark blue or black, Leyland and Bell helmets logos on hood, car number unknown Porsche 911. silver, black number 6 and DP on doors Lamborghini Miura P400S. Red, black number 60 on hood. Several of these cars, although they appeared in the film, did not necessarily compete in the Trans-France race itself. They appeared mostly in the practice and qualifying scenes, which were shot at the Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca in Monterey, California in 1976. There were, however, 17 cars seen on the grid before the start of the race in the film. Had Herbie actually been present on the starting grid, the total would have been 18 cars. Promotion. On July 11, 1977, to promote the film's release, Herbie joined other immortals of the silver screen when he placed his wheel prints in cement in the forecourt of Mann's Chinese Theatre in Hollywood, California. The ceremony was also attended by the film's stars Dean Jones, Don Knotts and Julie Summers, as well as several hundred guests and tourists. Mayor of Los Angeles Tom Bradley sent a proclamation officially declaring the day, July 11th, as Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo Day, and a floral wreath was presented to Herbie by Miss Monte Carlo. The ceremony was preceded by a parade on Hollywood Boulevard featuring a traditional Chinese band, firecrackers, 25 Lancia sports cars, clowns, cheerleaders and the Goodyear blimp. Afterward, a special invitational screening of Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo was held inside the Chinese Theatre, which was celebrating its 50th anniversary that year. Novelizations. Two different paperback novelizations of the film were published in June 1977 to coincide with the film's release. The US version was written by Vic Krummer and published by Scholastic Paperbacks, and the UK version was written by John Harvey and published by New English Library. Video releases. Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo was released on VHS in November 1982 and re-released on December 3, 1985, on January 5, 1992, on October 28, 1994, and on September 16, 1997. It was first released on DVD in Region 1 on May 4, 2004 and was re-released as a 2-DVD double feature set along with Herbie Rides Again on April 26, 2009. On September 2, 2012, Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo was re-released on DVD as part of Herbie 4-movie collection with The Love Bug, Herbie Rides Again and Herbie Goes Bananas. On June 30, 2015, Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo was released on Blu-ray disc as a Disney Movie Club exclusive title.